every time I do my research somewhere else in the world, I become transformed by those experiences and bring those experiences back into the classroom. Students are transformed by their experiences, bring those back into the classroom, and it's that combination that generates learning. I would love to see us connected more with other people around the world. What I see are classrooms that have walls that open up as screens, so that when I'm teaching here, I can have students in Johannesburg who are participating with students here.
My job in the Faculty of Music is to promote the people and the programs there. And in order to do that, I frequently work with people outside of my faculty, people in public affairs, the writers and designers, people in our media technology services. And I find there's a great satisfaction when a job that you're working on is completed. But the real joy, the real fun occurs when you're actually in process. And for me, that means the people that I work with.
When I go to work, it's an exciting place. I've been to places where, you always close your door when you're working. Not because of noise, but because you don't want to be disturbed by colleagues. Across my door, there's a criminologist, and I'm always talking with him because I work on economics, and there are so many things that I work on which are, he has a better understanding of. For example, he's a psychologist, and so I'm always asking him questions, and but I'm also intrigued by the questions he asks me. So we have a mutual respect for each other.
I'm Kim Dawson, and I'm a professor in the kinesiology department, and I'm also the undergraduate academic advisor. And what we believe in is that we believe in a well-rounded academic, and that well-rounded academic does research, does service, and does teaching, and that we do well in all of those aspects, because if we drop the service component, particularly in today's economy, this university simply will not run. So we need people to step up and say, yes, I want to be the undergraduate coordinators. Yes, I want to be the ones that will do the service aspect of it. So it's a philosophy, it's a mentality, and it's something that we definitely have to keep rewarding.
Sometimes I feel like some of them are my kids. As the year go by, some get more close to you. You have attachments to them. Like I have on Facebook quite a few of them that have graduated and they still keep in touch. I always feel blessed with my job because I get back as much as I put into it. I have people come up to me all the time and say, somebody told us we have to meet you, like if we have a new staff come in, so-and-so says we have to come meet you because you always have a big smile on your face and you always do such a good job, and that makes my heart feel good because I get complimented a lot, and by the students, not only staff.
It's been 10 years in the catering. I love it. I just enjoy serving the staff, the faculty, the students, everybody all around kind of thing. They can come up with new challenges for me. I kind of thrive on that, on challenges. And I like learning new stuff too. Our managers have come up with some new ways of catering, could be a little challenging, like I said, first when you learn how to do it, but once you get the hang of it and the dedication of them and working together is a big thing for me. I'm a team player.
We are a very close community at Laurier, and I find that's increasing every single day as we are increasing our collaborative efforts. The relationship and the building of those relationships are very important, and so I'm constantly looking for opportunities to engage other people in other areas, and whether that's buying a coffee for a fellow manager that I might not necessarily be working directly with, but I can recognize that we may work together in the future, and we need to build that relationship.
Once you identify students that you can connect with on basis, be it your course or be it what you are involved in outside classroom in terms of extracurricular activities, it develops that bond. We have this strong sense of community, and that's something that makes me feel very, very comfortable in the school.
For me, Laurier is one big family. People say community, but for me, it was very quickly when I left school that I called Laurier home and I called Waterloo home. My parents didn't like that, but I mean, really, it is. You build a lot of really good relationships here, and you become close with a lot of people that you trust, and that goes a long way.
As a career coach and working in organizational development, it's all about relationships. I think I'm most excited about the direction that the university is taking in terms of how they're inspiring their students and their alumni to lead lives of leadership. So the success factors really encourage, I think, alumni to get re-engaged in the university because there is that vision and people want to share that.
Continuous improvement doesn't happen by doing a lot of formal planning, and you see a kind of a golden nugget sort of appear, and you wonder, what if we did something with that nugget, and how could we use that? I think those are the opportunities for continuous improvement. I'm always trying to look at, what am I doing? How am I contributing? Am I treating others respectfully? Are we working together? Are we moving forward? It's not about my success only, it's really about our success together.
I think my staff are always thinking about how to constantly improve, because ultimately I'm always looking to constantly improve, and they see that role modeling and they look to always look around, see what they can see. If there's a more efficient process, a better way of doing something, then we can see the benefits of that. Once we make something efficient, it costs less, it takes less time to do, and so it just makes sense. We've always got increasing demands, so we need to be able to do things better in order to continue to be able to service the needs of the entire Laurier community.
Sometimes we think about leaders as the person you read about in the paper, or the person who's inspired, armies of people to engage or done extraordinary things, and they are true leaders. But leaders are also people that are quiet leaders and have the strength of character to help you make better decisions, better ethical decisions about things. Those leaders are all over, and they're not always, they can be the person who, as a student, you talk to all the time when you pick up your coffee behind the counter. That person can inspire you because they're passionate about you staying in school, and they're passionate about you because they believe in an education.
I started my career, I was a fresh graduate from Laurier, and my director at the time, when I was hired, really gave me free range. He put a tremendous amount of trust in myself and my abilities, and gave me the freedom to develop programming. And that's something I do try to pass down to my students, especially my student volunteers. They come in the door and they're shy and they're, don't really know how to, tackle things. And I really try to empower them with really their own ability and coach them wherever I can.
I think a recognition that for any individual to be successful, you have to have clear goals. If you're sort of ambivalent about where you're headed, you might, by luck, go somewhere. But to be purposeful about an end point, I think, is important. But that's not enough. You also have to have some sense of how do you most effectively and how do you engage others in supporting you to get there. And I think the personal success factors have a great deal to do with that. Our institutional proposition is that we inspire lives of leadership and purpose. If in fact a group of people adopt the success factors, the employee success factors that have been articulated, I think we'll have a spectacularly successful organization. In fact, it's the balance of the positive attributes that all of our employees bring that really lead to the integration of success of the entire institution.